Greetings, freaks and folks, this is Vlad the Lad, and welcome back to the spoiler season, the last day of the spoiler season, the long-awaited champion Ahri. Long-awaited because Ahri in League of Legends is one of the most popular champions there is, and in case you're wondering, yes, I will build decks with her. It doesn't really matter what she does in the future, but if you don't want to miss on that, you may or may not hit the subscribe button. For the time being, react to Ahri now. Let's see if she is already there. There we go. 15, we're the 16th person. Let's give it a like, but it's already at 90 likes. That's weird. All right, let's dive into this together. Let's go.
I'll see all this world has to offer.
We'll see what you have to offer.
The hunt eternal.
Oh, the board. Oh, what's a 2-drop? Oh, I'm recording. Okay. It's a 2-drop. It's a 2/3. It has quick attack like almost every champion under the sun has. It has an attack. The first time I attack, strike, swap me with the ally to my right, then recall it. What? And the level up is you have recalled 6+ units this game. Oh yes, we finally have the recall champion. I anticipated yesterday with the followers that she will have something to do with recall mechanics, but this is really odd. Like, upon attack strike, like she strikes and then you swap it with the ally to my right and then you recall the ally and then Ahri strikes again, or what? How is it working? Let's check it out. It's very interesting.
Care that the hunt does not consume you, Ahri. The others seem to wish it so.
Let's see the interaction.
Wind form.
Okay, she got a quick attack and you swap it and she attacks again. Oh, what? Alright. That's dope. Oh, new follower, okay.
I'm one of the good guys, but not that good.
Funny. I was going to say the same. Flight steps.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Oh, that's great. That's pretty nasty.
Right, I see you wear your
Like with all this elusive
But
stuff.
not to hide.
I want to see the level up
I
though.
bring
Recall a
change.
unit. Recall
My
unit.
search is over. Now I hunt.
Whoosh.
The
The
world
nine-tailed fox. There we go with the level up. When you recall an ally, reduce its cost by 1. She now has elusive upon level up. That's very interesting. So you reduce all allies' recall cost by 1. That's big, dude. That's so big. Like I mentioned yesterday, the problem with recall archetype is that you lose value by recalling your units and you have to replay them, and you lose tempo off of it, right? And now you don't really lose that much tempo because you reduce all your costs. Like with Dancing Droplet, this is big, and also the other the elusive 2/1 that we saw, the Mord, I think it's called, will also be free after she striked the Nexus, and recall it and give it for free if you have Ahri on board. That's huge. And attack each time I attack strike, swap me with the ally to my right and then recall. Okay, so the second part of the ability stays the same, but reducing all the recalls by 1 is
Beats
big.
with
It's
mine.
a very big deal. Oh, this makes it playable, totally. Oh, here comes the Charm, one of her abilities in the League of Legends. It says recall an ally to give an enemy vulnerable this round, and it's focus speed. Recalling on focus speed. That's also something that we haven't seen before, in my opinion. The only instant recall that we have is upon play effect, right? If you have the Navori dudes that did 2/2 elusive that will recall you in, for example, there you have it on, so to say, focus speed, so it's uninteractable. And here you have it as a spell, and you give an enemy vulnerable this round. That's very interesting combination. That doesn't really synergize all that well together, in my opinion, like on first glance. I mean, you give vulnerable to something, that's good. But the recall doesn't really synergize with the vulnerable effect, right?
Start running.
Let's see this. Oh, that's huge. You double strike if you... What? It's an ongoing effect?
Follow the wind, but watch your back.
Right. Hasagi.
Victory at any cost!
Oh.
No more running.
Hello, my
boarding.
prey.
I like Ahri already. Oh, she's dope, dude. God, she's dope. Yeah, I mean, with Yasuo together, it's could make Yasuo playable, actually. Maybe, I don't know. But this, like, the ongoing swap effect
Remember
is
this
so...
moment.
What? This is so crazy. Okay, let's check these cards out as well, talk about them a little. So Charm is her signature card. You recall an ally and then you give an enemy vulnerable this round. I mean, it fits her archetype, right? It's very important that for the card that she is having as her signature card is going with her level up condition, and this is what Ahri does here. But recalling 6 units is a long way to go though. Like, remember that Yasuo will need 4 or 5, I think, to level up, and she needs even 6. She's a 2-drop, but with all these cards, especially the Mourn will be a must 3-off in her deck if you play with her. And also the Monastery of Helrana gets way better. Also the Dancing Droplet is something that you really want to include because, yeah, basically gives you value, right? For recalling, you draw a card. That's also a staple in this archetype. So from that standpoint, it's a bit... it's a pity that they will have sort of pre-built again, because there's so few cards that will actually have recall synergy. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, Ahri is very interesting to me, and finally we have the recall champion there. Alright, let's watch on here. We have the Children of the Forest, which is an 8 mana slow speed spell, so yeah, very heavy investment there, and it says summon ephemeral copies of the 3 strongest followers you have recalled this game. So a sort of Ionian mini harrowing for 3 units, the 3 strongest, not the 6 strongest. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Especially because you can, with things like Ahri's Charm, or we have the recall return cards and everything, even if we haven't recalled all that strong units, you can recall them before playing the Children of the Forest. And also we have a lot of recall synergy like cards in Ionia, right? They want to be recalled. And then you get them into the pool of the strongest followers that are recalled. I have to look back though to what's worth recalling, because it's not all that much from other regions. We have Rekindler, for example. That's a really good card to recall. But other than that, I have to look back on the others. Then we have the Pathless Ancient. We have seen it yesterday. Don't know if you want to include this very often in those decks, even though it costs... It's a 2 mana 4/3. We have seen this with other followers in other regions that aren't played that much. But yeah, it could be a good thing if it's an Ionia. Especially with this easy condition of recalling a unit that you will have a lot in this deck. And we have a new card here. It's an epic. I'm a bit scared. You know, epics aren't that good in Legends of Runeterra. Let's see here. It's a 6 mana 3/5. It's a Seinen Thousand Tales. So it has a lot more tails than Ahri, I guess. And it says, when I'm summoned, draw 2, which is already a blast, and give all other allies +1/+1 this round. Okay. So for a refueling perspective and getting a body for 6 mana, this is amazing. Especially because I think Ionia doesn't have all that much refuel. You have the Deep Meditation. But then you need to sort of build around it, because you need to play 2 spells at a time in 1 round to discount it for the next turn. But this Thousand Tailed gives you 2 cards, and especially in a recall deck where you want to, you know, recall your units, you can then play this dude and refuel all over again. And especially with the Monastery of Helrana, for example, if you have nothing else to play, you just recall Mr. Thousand Tailed here and you draw 2 again, and with that you just give all other allies +1/+1. I wonder why it's not grand, but I guess that's something that Demacia has. And also, is it in Bandle City? I mean, Bandle City is just doing this creature unit for unit, right? Yeah, but I'm rambling here. Let's see on here. We have the Windsinger as well, which is a 6 mana 4/3. It's really weak stats, but it has the recall a unit play effect, which is countable. That's why there is a symbol here. Yeah, hard to rate. We have things like Mina Swiftfoot, which is recalling 3 enemies. Here you can also use it on your own units, which is really important to note. and it's yeah, a way worse body, and it's only costing 3 less than Mina Swiftfoot. But I mean, whereas Mina Swiftfoot is for the late game, right? This is more of a mid-rangey thing. So it gives you options to survive the mid game, which is a thing that Ionia struggles a lot with. So a very important tool as well, in my opinion, especially to this archetype, to the recall archetype. Because I think if we look back here for a second, Ahri is, yeah, you have recalled 6+ units this game. So it's not allies, it's units, which means you can also recall enemies and will count for her level up condition. Let's hop over a second to Mobalytics, see if there's more. Go on the new cards here, and we see Ahri like we saw her. Like, her art is just amazing, especially the level up one. Gives you porn vibes, but that's that. Yeah, so unfortunately there isn't more. Gust is the only other card here, but it's only the play effect from the Windsinger. So these are the cards that we have in her package. And looking back at the units from yesterday, I mean, 9 lives is still a bit meh. It's still good because I didn't point out yesterday that it can block fearsomes. Other people, other content creators mentioned that. That's actually a very important part about this card. But other than that, I don't see it being really good. The 5 mana is a really heavy investment for the payoff of having a 1-drop, and then this 3/2 body. It isn't all that good. And but the Wand is a staple, definitely. Woodland Keeper, I'm not too sure about. But there are a lot of other recall units in Ionia that you definitely want to run, and I will most definitely experiment around with that, what we can build with Ahri. So I hope you stay tuned for that and you're hyped for that, as I am. From tomorrow onwards, I will definitely go on brewing. I already have things in the pipeline because you can build in Mobalytics as well. So if you're excited for that, stay with me and subscribe up here. And if you haven't already, there is another reaction for you in the pipeline there. You can check that out next. And yeah, I guess you'll see you tomorrow with a brand new deck, and we'll see how we're doing. So until then, you stay legendary. Blood out.